Hey everyone, so I just wanted to do a quick little video to show the workbook First Step from Easy Peasy. It's from their Genesis curriculum. It's not religious from what I've read through. They've kept all the religious stuff out of this book, which is a huge factor for me because I did not want religion in my homeschooling material. So Easy Peasy is a free website that you can do, preschool all the way through high school is on there, but it's 100% online and workbooks, and I don't like the idea of putting a toddler, preschooler, whatever you want to consider them, in front of a TV screen or a monitor, an app, a tablet, whatever device you were using to do it. I did not like that, and everything that they had as the online portion for preschool was like, hey, click this link and it takes you to YouTube and it reads you a story. So I think the creator of Easy Peasy got that message loud and clear through other parents, I'm assuming prior to me, and so she created First Step. So First Step was, hey, you don't want to be online, so here is a book you can purchase and it takes you offline to do the curriculum. So I wasn't able to find much on YouTube, so I wanted to do a little review on this and show you guys what exactly it is, even though I have not used it yet. And yeah, I got it 2 days ago in the mail. It's a very thin little book. And all I could find basically was, hey, this is the offline version of Easy Peasy preschool. And I was like, awesome, I don't want to be online with my toddler all day. I want her to learn to read and see letters actually in front of her, not on a screen, not digitally. So I purchased it, even though I couldn't find very much information outside of, hey, this is what it kind of looked like inside. From the creators, that's pretty much all you got, was a very quick glimpse inside. So I wanted to walk you a little bit through what this was. So it comes in the mail in a little cardboard box, just a little bit bigger than this. So packaging was very easy to deal with. It protected the book, no problems there. So this book is $15 to take you offline. So this is the first page. It's your direction page or curriculum, whatever you wish to call it. You can pause this and read through some of this if you want to see it better. It pretty much tells you that this book is intended for you to do 1 page per day for 180 days to be a full preschool curriculum. Okay, let me say this again. 1 page for 180 days is a full curriculum for a preschooler. I really don't agree with that. So these are what the pages look like. So that was your direction page. So pretty much every week is going to be the same. Every 3 weeks, or 2 out of the 3 weeks will be the same. So this is the first page. And so this is supposed to be 1 day of work for preschool, is looking at this. Just looking at it. I plan to do dot markers and let my daughter have at it. Yeah, not a days of preschool. Day 2 is supposed to be, hey, look at the alligator, color the alligator, look at the letter A, his name's Abraham, the alligator, and emphasis on A. Then day 3, every week, like I said, is the same for the thing, comes into this story, and this is a story that was on YouTube, a YouTube link that she now printed out. I honestly wish I could have just gotten these printed out, because outside of this 1 page every week, I find this book pointless. So you get your story to read instead of having to watch a YouTube video. Then instead of Google searching with safe search on for the letter A, she prints out a whole bunch of A's. And so literally a day's work is supposed to be just looking at different fonts of the letter. And then day 4 for that week, or day 5 for that week, is this page. And so you look at the letter A, you can trace the letter with your finger, a pen, pencil, marker, whatever you feel like, basically. Or if your kid's not there, you just kind of skip it or try to use your finger. Again, like I said, I plan on kind of using this to like, hey, go ahead and trace this with your finger. Let's try it with a pen then, or a pencil, or whatever you just like writing object we have out that day. Maybe pull out the do-a-dot markers again for this one here. And then it has uppercase and lowercase and then them side by side. And then it goes into B. And so it keeps it in order alphabetically, every week the same, just changing it out. Picture Bobby the Bee, the story about Bobby the Bee, the letter B in a whole bunch of different fonts, and then that same page. So this goes on every single week for 3 weeks, going through the letters, C, and then at the end of the 3rd week, we get a circle, and that's supposed to be a day. Is color the circle blue. Nothing more with it, no activities to go with it, and this book doesn't include eating crafts, but she claims that you don't need to supplement this with anything else either. So then you get the letters, you know, circle the letter blue. And then it goes into a review. So it's find the letter A, and then it has a little story, and you're supposed to like read the story, circle, underline, whatever you want to do, all the A's, or have your kid do that. And then it does B and C. And that's your review. And then it has a little more circle stuff. Use blue to trace the colors, or trace the circles. So the exact same thing, just with more circles, basically. Yeah. And then it goes back into your letter. So D, Danielle the dog, the story about Danielle, the letter in different fonts, and then trace the letter. So my problem with this book, a couple of them. This is not a full curriculum for preschool. Don't let it sell it to you. Don't let them sell you to it like that. 1 page a day is not anything. This is 100% workbook then too, which I did not like, but I was okay with it because I figured I would be supplementing it with other stuff. A couple problems I have with it. So, like I said, they left all the religious stuff out of this, which I'm super happy about. Because I'm not religious and I don't want to homeschool religion into my curriculum. A couple things I had problems with is F, Faith the fish. And it talks about frying fish and eating it and how delicious it is what the story is implying. This is not very sensitive to the topic for anyone who homeschools and chooses to be vegetarian or vegan. My child is very sensitive and really loves fishes, so I don't think this story is something we as a family can do, because I feel it's going to make my child very sad to hear about them cooking this fish in a fry pan. So, not a good choice. Not a good choice in a story for F, for fish. And then all the letters go along with an animal, which, okay, is fine. It's kind of hard to do certain letters with an animal, and it definitely shows in some of them. So, where is it? N is another one that I have a problem with. So here's N. N for Ned the Newthage. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Newthage. It looks like, to someone who's learning how to read, nuthatch. Not something a toddler, preschooler, 3-year-old, which is what this is geared towards, is gonna know. They're gonna look at this and say, ooh, birdie. It's a bird, not newthage. I would guarantee probably 90% of people who use, or homeschool in general, in the US, their 3-year-old does not know what a newthage is. They're gonna look at N and say birdie. So very poor choice for N. And then, again, like I said, I know some of these letters are very hard to come up with for an animal. So Q, Queenie the queen bee. They're gonna look at this and think bee again. They're gonna look at this and see bee. Queenie the queen bee, not queen. They should have kept it as queen and gotten away from the animals, or used whale maybe? I don't know. Something other than queen bee. That's gonna be confusing, I think, to a toddler as well. And then the last one I wanted to share with you guys on animal-wise was, I believe it was Y. No, X. It was X. Usually you see X as in X-ray or X as in xylophone. Well, she uses X-ray fish. Very confusing. It does not look like an X-ray of a fish very well. And again, they're going to look at it and go X fish, not X X-ray, not X xylophone. Poor choice. Again, I understand these letters, some of them are very difficult to come up with an animal to go along with it, or for a word in general. Like, some of them are very hard. So, but yeah, so letters and, or numbers and circle shapes are in here. Does not go over numbers at all, I don't believe. Don't think I saw a single number, which is something that's usually taught in preschool along with the alphabet and shapes, is numbers 1 through 10. So there's no numbers in here. So I was highly, highly disappointed in this. Like I said, the only page that is going to be used basically out of all of these is going to be our story ones for each letter. So yeah, so that's kind of what they have in that. Just to give you a quick idea, I like I said, already had printed out the Easy Peasy Girl workbook for preschool. And just to show you real quick, I'm gonna undo this because the book's a little hard to pick up. It includes a lot of the exact same things. I already removed all of the ones, the second day pages out of them. The A for alligator, Abraham the alligator, B for Queenie, or B for Bobby the bee. Like, I removed all these pages out of this book already. And I did that because I'm going to color them and laminate them and make them into lacing cards for my daughter, since I have 2 copies of them now. But yeah, so this page is a copy out of it. And then the find the letter ones are also just copied. So same story, same sheet, everything to go along with that. The thing that I think it misses is all the crafts. Preschool's supposed to be fun for toddlers, so no crafts. So I thankfully printed all this stuff out already, so making the handprint bee and pages for it, so they can color it, cut it out together and make a bee when you're learning about bee and stuff like that. So there was a lot of crafts in there that are missed in that book versus the one online that you would print out, so it didn't really save me from that. Another thing that it skips on that is, let me find it in here. Okay, it's right here. So this is something else it misses out on, is like the pre-writing. So it's just, you know, tracing the lines. So this starts to get them used to like tracing letters, holding a pencil, and learning how to write. These are pre-writing skills. None of these in the printed book, only in the online version. And this is something very important, I feel, that is missed as well. So there was those, and then like I said, all of the crafts. And then there's, you know, you could use this sheet, like, again, pre-writing, or you can even use it as scissor skills for small muscle, small movement skills, and you can use it either way from the sheets when you do this. again, missing from the book completely. So overall, I'm not enthusiastic about this. I don't think they have a return policy, so I think I'm stuck with it. Thankfully, it was only $15, so I'm gonna use it. But again, like I said, it's gonna be like, hey, let's do several pages in one day. You know, like, let's look at this. Let's read the story multiple times rather than just one time in a week. This page is pointless to me. Like, we'll look at it in conjunction, like in passing. Yeah, we'll color the alligator, we'll look at it, we'll read the name. Probably why we're doing do a dots on this page, since it's together. And then, like I said, like, we're gonna end up skipping, like, reading this story, and I'll read a supplemental book from the library on N that has a lot of N words in it, and the sounds from N, because I'm not reading about frying a fish to my very sensitive child who loves fishies. Not happen. Again, with N, N's gonna be skipped altogether out of this book, and I will supplement probably with nest or newt. Yeah, newsage isn't gonna work for us. Not gonna happen. Q, again, for Queen Bee, wherever it went. Queenie the Queen Bee is gonna go bye-bye. We'll read her story probably just because, but maybe quail, I don't know, something else. We're not using Queenie. We're not gonna be using Queen Bee. It's too confusing to a toddler. And then same with X. We won't be using Xavier the X-ray fish. We will be using xylophone. And we will pull out a actual xylophone for her to play with when we get to X. And we're gonna skip X-ray the fish. So, I hope you guys find this useful and seeing a little bit more and knowing some of the flaws on this. Hopefully Easy Peasy will correct this in the future. Maybe just creating, like I said, the stories as printables to go along with everything, and including them in the downloadable free book to print off or for getting started. So I hope you guys find this useful and give it a thumbs up if you did. If not, it's okay. But just wanted to kind of get a little bit more out there on what this book is and what it has inside of it, because like I said, I couldn't find anything really on YouTube for it. So please, you know this is what you're getting with this book. I fully intend to use this book, like I said, for the stories and some of the worksheets basically in different ways than what they're intended, and I'm going to use a little more off the curriculum online and supplement and change out what needs to be changed to suit my family's needs and my daughter's needs. So good luck in your homeschooling and your homeschooling journey.